Welcome back to another edition of Neon Trash. I'm your host, Tommy the Hammer. Tonight I'm kicking it with Adam McDouglies.
How's it going?
Dean, the dreaded Dean.
Hey, what's going on, Internet?
And of course, Dale.
Hi.
Yeah, it is a Friday night. I am kicking it on location at the dreaded Dean's abode. And it is his pick tonight for the flick that we're going to be checking out today. Dean, what you got in store for us tonight?
Well, we have Tim Burton's first big movie, also Pee Wee Herman's first big movie. We got Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure.
Nice.
Woo! Yes!
I fucking absolutely adore this movie. When I was a little kid, I think I saw it when I was like 5 years old, and back then I loved it, and it also fucking terrified me.
Yep.
Understandably, I think it did to all of us when we first saw it.
And now that I'm an adult, well, sort of. Now that I'm an adult, I go back and it holds up. It's so good.
Yeah, it's one of those old school 1980s classics. So without further ado, guys, we're going to kick off the trailer. Check that shit out. We'll be right back, motherfuckers. Shimon! Shimon!
The story of a guy
Good morning. I'm here.
and his bike
James Bond kind of stuff.
together for the first time in their first big movie.
I meant to do that. I say we kill it. I say we let him go. Merry Christmas!
Pee Wee Herman is Pee Wee Herman.
Hello!
In Pee Wee's Big Adventure,
Be sure and tell them Large Marge sent ya. What?
All right there, Internet. So, we got Pee Wee's Big Adventure. We watched the fuck out of it, and I think it was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
When I was a little kid, I watched the hell out of it. It scared the fuck out of me, but it also intrigued the hell out of me. And now I go back and I'm like, it's still good. It's still great. In my personal dumbass opinion, we gotta see what the other dumbass opinions are on this particular film.
This movie's actually quite brilliant. It has a very simple, plot line. You know, Pee-wee has his favorite bike stolen. He goes on a quest to retrieve it. But it's the adventure he goes on, it's not, the story, it's just what he goes through. And, this is one zany movie. This is something like out of, some crazy early 90s cartoon like Ren and Stimpy come to life,
Boy. And a lot of the reason he goes on this adventure is because he's a dumbass.
Just what this film does. As a kid, it just, it freaked you out. And as an adult, it doesn't necessarily freak you out, but you could just be like, wow, that's crazy. It still has that same effect on you.
I have to agree with these two guys here that, Pee-wee's Big Adventure is definitely an innovative and creative movie.
Oh, yeah. Very much so.
It's not without, inspiration and a lot of, everyone involved in this film really gives it their all. There's not a moment where you feel like anyone's necessarily phoning it in, but there are moments, and I gotta say this, narratively speaking, where you're like, the fuck is even going on? And then you're like, okay, outside of the abstract nature, you're like, let me just try to cobble this together into some form of understanding. Really speaks to me, but someone that wasn't raised on his material might come into it and be like, the fuck is this? What is going on exactly?
You have to be introduced to the character to really appreciate this movie,
One of the things I noticed about this film is how just everything is strange.
Yeah.
Like
very much
locations,
Yep.
makeup choice, wardrobe choice,
Yes.
lighting choice, everything, angles, everything. It just makes it a little more awkward and kind of puts you in one of those strange spots because it's just everything's off.
But in a way, the TV show was the introductor to this. I mean, if you saw the TV show, it sort of primed you for Pee-wee's Big Adventure because this was the TV show on a grand scale. And that's why I'm thankful for the fact that I saw the TV show before I saw the movie. Because, like, I think I saw it.
I saw the movie before the TV show.
Well, actually, you know what? I mean, I think it would work, though, as an inverse. Because if you saw the movie and, like, you were like, wow, this is crazy. And then you saw the TV show, even though it was, like, you know, toned down version of the movie, it still was pretty crazy. And you still appreciate it because it was Pee Wee Herman, you know?
I didn't know any better because I was 5 years old.
Yes, so there you go.
Well, yeah, that's definitely interesting. Dean, what do you prefer? I mean, do you prefer Pee Wee Herman in the TV show form, or do you prefer him as this batshit crazy psychedelic movie version?
I didn't see him that way when I was a little kid. Like, because
just a crazy
I was a
weird
little
guy.
kid, and he's basically a man-child, and I backed him on most of his stupid endeavors in this movie when I was a kid, and I'm like, yeah, fucking Pee Wee Herman.
Out of 10 stars, I could give this a solid 6.5 or 7 out of 10.
Only 6.5.
Dougals, lay it on us, bing!
Hell yeah. It's still good, even all these many years after seeing it, so I'd have to give this a solid 8 out of 10.
Oh, fuck, 8 is great!
Oh, yeah.
I love this movie so much. I mean, if you're nostalgic for anything in the 80s, like, you know, you can't blame me for giving it a 9.5. Like, just think back at your favorite 80s movie when you were a little kid.
I'm gonna put this at I'll give it a 9 wax in public.
Nice. Aw. Poor Paul Rubens.
Oh,
Jeez.
Sorry, buddy.
wow.
But I love you, and I love your films, and that's my sense.
Well, there you guys have it. That is our insane review of Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
And since you all got beers, here's to Large Marge and tequila.
Tell them large.
Bang.
Do, 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 do.